season again, and taxpayers are busy gathering their documents and details for filing their ITRs. Many taxpayers are currently uncertain about choosing between the old and the new tax regimes. Although the new tax regime is the default scheme this year, many deductions and exemptions are not available. So, it is important to be aware of the same. Hello everyone, I am Saloni Sharma from Team Webtel. In this video, I will guide you about exemptions and deductions that are available and not available in the new tax regime. So stay tuned, and before starting this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel Webtel Electrosoft for regular compliance updates. Let's start with basics. Exemptions and deductions that are available in new tax regime. Let's recap before the filing of ITRs. Let's start with what is a new tax regime. If we talk about the new tax regime, then the new tax regime is the default tax regime starting from the financial year 2023 to 24 or for the assessment year 2024 to 25. And the new tax regime introduces concessional tax rates with limited deductions and exemptions. And the main difference between the old and the new tax regimes is the reduction in deductions and exemptions. If an individual or an HUF wishes to opt out of the old tax regime, he must select the option in filing their ITR. And this option can be changed every year by an individual or HUF. But if a assessee is having a business, then they have to fill up a form, that is Form 10IEA, for the change of the tax regime. And this is possible only once. And this option can be exercised only till the due date of filing the ITR. So this is the summary of new tax regime. Now let's understand what are the deductions and exemptions, or what is the meaning of a deductions and exemptions. So if we talk about the deductions, then income tax deductions that reduces the taxable income. Whereas if we talk about the income tax exemptions, then income became tax free. So this is the meaning of income tax exemptions. And the exemptions are directly related to the income sources of the assessee. A simple example of an exemption can be taken like a HRA received by a salaried person will be exempt up to a specified amount from the total HRA received as an income. And on the other side, if we talk about the tax deduction, then the tax deduction reduces the taxable income of the assessee. Like when the assessee has calculated the gross salary after taking all the exemptions that are available under the head of salary, then he need to take the deductions that are available under the chapter 6A, and these deductions will be provided from certain incomes and payments like insurance premium, PPF, donations, etc. From the gross salary it will be provided. And if we are talking about how it works, then the exemption excludes certain income from tax calculation, and the deduction subtracts certain expenses or specified amounts from the gross income. So this is the meaning of income tax exemption and the tax deduction. Now let's look at the non-claimable tax exemptions in the new tax regime. So few exemptions will not be allowed in the new tax regime like HRA, leave travel allowance, helper allowance, children education allowance, minor child income allowance, and other special allowances under section 10 subsection 14 will not be provided as an exemption under the new tax regime. Now let's look at the non-claimable tax deductions that will not be provided as a deduction in the new tax regime. Deductions that are covered under the Chapter 6A of the Income Tax Act, like deduction under Section 80C, 80D, 80E, CCC. So all these deductions will not be provided as per the new tax regime. Entertainment allowance on the salary that will be provided as a deduction under the section 16 will not be provided. Interest on housing loan which is related to self occupied or vacant property will also not be provided. Donation to the political parties or trust or employees contribution to NPS and the deductions that are available under the section 80 TTA and 80 TTB will not be provided as a deduction in the new tax regime. Now let's look at the interest on housing loan which is related to housing property as per the new tax regime. If a person is having a let out property, then deduction will not be provided as per the new tax regime, and also the deduction will not be provided in case if the assessee is having a self occupied or a vacant property. But in case if they are going to opt for the old tax regime, then the deduction related to the interest on housing loan will be provided. And no loss from the house property is allowed to be set off against the other income as per the new tax regime as well. Now let's look at the section 80 TTA and 80 TTB new tax regime. So 80 TTA deduction will be provided to the individual person, those who are having the age below 60 years, and section 80 TTB deduction will be provided to the person those who are having the age more than 60 years, or we can say to the senior citizens. And 80 TTA is applicable for the interest income from saving bank account only, whereas section 80 TTB is related to interest income from saving account, fixed deposit and recurring deposits. And the deduction limit as per the section 80 TTA is 10,000 in a particular financial year, and as per the section 80 TTB the limit is 50,000 rupees for a financial year. And as per the section 80 TTA, NRIs are eligible to claim the deduction, whereas as per the section 80 TTB, NRIs cannot avail this benefit. So this is about the section 80 TTA and 80 TTB. Then comes the deduction related to the contribution to the NPS account as per the new tax regime. Here we are having the section 80 CCD, and this has been further divided into two subsections. First one is section 80 CCD1, which is related to contributions made by the employee to the NPS, whereas section 80 CCD2 is related to contributions made by the employer towards the NPS. The National Pension Scheme in India is a voluntary long-term investment plan for the retirement which falls under the supervision of the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, or we can say that PFRDA, and the central government. If a taxpayer has opted for the new tax regime, then only the employer's contribution under section 80 CCD1 is eligible for the deduction. So if the investment has been done by the employee, then as per the new tax regime, this will not be provided as a deduction under the section 80 CCD1. Whereas if the employer contribution is there, or if the employer's contribution has been made to the NPS, then this deduction can be availed by the employer as per the section 80 CCD2. Then is contribution to NPS deduction limit under the section 80 CCD1 and the new tax regime towards NPS is, if an employee is going to make the deduction, if the employee is going to make the investment towards the NPS, then the maximum deduction that will be allowed to an employee is 10% of their salary. And here salary means basic salary plus the DA in the previous year. Whereas in the case of a self-employed person, the maximum deduction permissible for other individuals is 20% of the gross total income in the previous year. Then is deduction on the business income not provided under the new tax regime. Expenses. If you are a businessman or professional earning income from business or a profession and have opted for the new tax regime, then you need to check out the following list of exemptions, expenses, and deductions that will not be allowed under the new tax regime, like expenses that are provided related to the additional depreciation under the section 32, expenditure on the research development under the section 35, or the expenses that has been incurred on capital expansion under the section 35 AD will not be provided as a deduction in the new tax regime. And also the deduction, sector wise deduction for businesses under section 33AB and the exemptions that will be provided, exemptions under section 10AA for the units in SEZ investment allowances under section 32AD will not be allowed or will not be provided as a deduction to the businessman as per the new tax regime. So this is all about the exemptions and deductions that will be provided or that will not be provided as per the new tax regime. I hope you have understood that the new tax regime offers lower income tax rates compared to the existing regime. This provides individuals with an option to choose a simpler tax structure with reduced tax liability. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comment section. Also, you can comment if you have any doubts. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Next Tuesday, we will come up with another interesting video to make compliances better for you. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned with us for a better compliance journey.